It's been 6 months and I'm still not quite there yet.
Well, no one ever said it was easy, Rebecca.
I know. I went on a date recently.
And how was it?
Same old, same old. He was sweet, but
No spark?
it's more than that. Connections, meaningful connections, aren't sparks. They're flames. Or at least they should be.
That's a very romantic idea.
What are you saying?
Nothing. It's just one of those things that we let sweep us off our feet, sometimes in the worst possible way.
He came back.
Your date?
No, Stephen.
When?
Last week. Monday. 1:59 a.m. I invited him in, took his coat, and offered him a cup of coffee.
Why?
It felt like the right thing to do. I guess it was just a natural reflex.
What then?
We talked. We just talked. That's all. Well, it was more him talking and me listening for what felt like forever.
Did he tell you where he went, what he was doing?
I didn't think to ask.
Do you mean to tell me that you weren't even the least bit curious?
Not particularly. It's not important where he was or where he went or what he was doing or even who he was with.
Then what is?
You know, you're kind of a shitty shrink.
Answer the question.
At one point he started crying. I could tell he had been doing a lot of that lately. He apologized a million times over. He called himself an idiot. He said he couldn't even sleep at night and could barely eat. He asked me to go with him.
Where?
Doesn't matter.
But isn't that what you want?
It's not. I started having all these memories. Flashes. I remembered standing on that platform, thinking, no, hoping, that it was another one of his practical jokes. I thought that he was going to come back on the next train with a bouquet of flowers or something and say, gotcha. I remember thinking that he might finally be proposing. I remember bawling hysterically, thinking that I was going to run out of tears. I couldn't leave my house without seeing something that reminded me of him. I felt like he was haunting me. I genuinely felt that we were meant to be and that, in the end, we would be together. That this separation was temporary and part of some greater cosmic plan. You can blow it off as a romantic idea, but that's what I felt. That was my reality. But when Stephen was there, ticket in hand, I realized that I couldn't.
Couldn't.
I knew at that moment that he was no longer my reality. I was a different person. I am a different person. I didn't even have to say anything. He just knew. I got a sense of closure. It didn't feel helpless anymore. I knew I was going to be okay. That there would be brighter days.
That is a nice consolation, I suppose. It doesn't really matter much now, though. You're still depressed.
I think it does. I know that I'll get there eventually. I appreciate Stephen more than anything. He doesn't know, and probably never will know, the impact he's had on my life. But then again, I guess most people never do.
Ah. So what now?
You know, you have a knack for asking all the wrong questions.